you're actually really confident and you feel almost certain that there are no other secret entrances to any other areas of the cave.
Well, let's finish out C, and
What's up,
then we can
Venom?
head back to the secret cave for the night.
Can I inspect those shields?
Sure. Yeah, they're not of any good quality though, but
I'm so sorry, but I can't figure out how to put this item in there. Do I just hit enter and add it as a new one, or do I have to make a whole new column or whatever?
no, it's all right. Whenever you're in the character sheet, when you go to the click on the edit button on the top right hand corner of the character sheet, and just scroll down. And I think you may not have any more columns. Let me look real quick. Yeah, there are not any more columns. So here, let me add a column into the right real quick for you. All right, so I'm gonna add another one, and then sorry about that. Give me 1 second. I'll have to add some more columns on all of y'all's character sheets. So, okay, you have a couple more columns now, so you're good to go to edit it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, not a problem. Not a whole lot, Venom. They just found the secret room up where you guys left off in the hallway, and now it's starting
You
to
guys want to finish this room out
dark,
and C right here, and then come
and they're
back to the secret
exploring
room?
the new room.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep, you guys need to
Yep.
definitely explore that. And I'll tell you guys real quick what happened as well. Raven had gone ahead and explored the walkway to the north, and that's when they found the door to the actual leader's room. And when they were in combat, of course it was making quite a bit of noise, and there were several guards that were walking and patrolling throughout the caverns, and then they joined the combat from behind and jumped the ranger, and the ranger, I think the ranger actually went down, but he lived, he got a heal. But yeah, so you don't know if there's really anything over here on the right hand side. There could be, there may not be, but chances are you're really not sure, because you're just gonna have to check. That's all I can say.
Can I stealth up and check then as the rogue?
Yeah, as for stealthing and stuff, even though it does say stealth, it's not a. If you're an MMO player or anything like that, you don't actually just vanish invisible per se for stealth. What stealth is in D&D Next is you basically use the shadows to your advantage and objects, and you just kind of slyly move back and forth, and that's how stealth works in D&D. But in the conditions of this cave, how it's dim lit with torches and lots of shadows, yes, this is a perfect place for you to use your stealth skill. So you should really have no problem whatsoever getting hid and finding what's going on in that other room.
So we would be waiting somewhere like in here to see if he gives us the all clear or something. I assume.
Yeah, if he wants to scout ahead, that would probably be a good thing. And then I'm sure you guys would set up some kind of noise or something like that to determine if the coast is clear or not. So.
Okay, I guess I go sneak up and then check around that corner.
Okay. So when you get around this corner, this last corner here, you basically see that it is another. Up 1 second. I looked at the wrong damn thing. So no, I didn't. I looked at the right thing. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. You're able to actually. What I want you to do is give me a dexterity check, because stealth involves dexterity. And seeing that it's a dim lit place, I'll give you a bonus, and you're able to. You feel pretty sure that you're concealed, and you're able to slink your way around the corner. Use the shadows to your advantage, and when you peek around the corner, you see that the smoked stained chamber holds wooden tables, stools, and a large fire pit, over which several rusted pots are hanging. It also contains more than a dozen sleeping orcs. Over a dozen. There are a lot of orcs in this room.
So are we all with him, or is he just alone?
I think he scouted ahead, and I think you guys were kind of hiding here at the corner, and you're waiting for him to make some kind of signal. I think that's what you guys were doing.
Okay.
But yes, there are a dozen orcs. You are more than doubled. Yeah.
How difficult are orcs to kill?
There's a lot of orcs. You kind of almost think that you may not have a chance, but it's up to you guys.
Okay, I'm gonna tiptoe
Or-
back slightly to them and
A horn of blasting, Nexus.
tell them what's happening in that room.
A horn of blasting would be perfect. You could probably kill them all.
I walk up to the muck and ask him, can you use these javelins I got?
I think the javelin is the javelin a simple weapon? I think the monk can use simple weapons, but I don't know if he would.
Oh yeah. Are there sleep spells? Can I put something to sleep?
There are sleep spells. The mage has a sleep spell, but we don't have a mage in the party today. No. Do you have a... I don't think clerics have a sleep spell, do they? Nope. Clerics do not have sleep.
So did we get a reward for taking the mage back to town? Or did we do that?
Yeah, she just kind of took off. And she said that she will alert her father and let them know that you deserve the reward once you get back to town. So yes, the party will get a reward whenever they decide to go back to Fort Tether.
Can I make a suggestion?
Please do.
Yeah, the cleric can use a command spell. I'm not going to give you any commands or anything like that, but check out that command spell.
What's that?
Go read it. It's in your spell book.
That's a good idea as well, Nexus. They have several options.
We could try to set a trap for them. I have oil. We could just set a fire at the entrance.
You have torches,
Where?
oil.
Where do I find my spellbook?
Right below the characters, the character sheets, there's a handout section, and it should say AAA Cleric Spellbook for you.
Nope.
And in fact, let me put the right person in there. Alright, now you can see it, Queen.
Yes. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Sorry about that. The DM dropped the ball on that.
Oh, why'd you do that? Come
Tell me,
on.
man. I screw up all the time as a DM, man.
You massively screwed up.
I did. So you're in really... You actually notice that the orcs are in a deep sleep, so you're really not in any hurry to make a decision. You don't feel like they're getting up right this second. There wasn't a lot of rustling. So you watched them for a minute or two, and none of them had gotten up, so you feel pretty confident that you could either get away, or you could actually go in, bum rush them, get advantage, or you could do other things as well. I mean, there's all kinds of cool little things that I put on the character sheets that would actually help the party in a situation like this. Like, I believe a few character sheets have caltrops, some have some torches, some tinder boxes, some oil, some flask of oil. So there's quite a few options you could do.
I think that's
Yeah.
a DM hint.
Well,
Well, they are new players, so I'm gonna give some hints to new players. So, and then then I'll stop doing hints later on when everybody's played a few times, and then they can do all that kind of stuff.
I was already thinking about using. I got 4 pints of oil. I was thinking about if we were going down to E to use them as a trap.
That's right,
for
Nexus.
the
And
ogre.
the sun is going
I have
down,
3 torches.
so they are going to be
Right,
up
if there's some way,
very soon.
even if we put like oil all along that hall, right where the group icon is right now. Oops, I just moved it. But if we can put oil all along that hall, and then just give me, I can light one of my arrows on fire even, and make a lot of noise, they all come running down the hall. I light it up.
Well, I'm looking at my spell book, and it says I have a command spell.
Also, I hope you guys are
What-
enjoying
I
the game
don't
tonight.
understand what this is.
A bunch of
Could I
new
use it
players.
here?
I enjoy doing this. You actually have to cast the command on a humanoid type of creature, and it's
orcs not
basically
humanoid?
it's basically a one-word command like fight or kill or there's a couple examples on the spell as well. So I mean, he's not going
Do I
to
have
kill
to use these
himself.
ones?
Yes, all of the first level spells, you can use any of the cleric cantrips, and you can use any of the level 1 cleric spells. But that's pretty much what
Can
you're
I-
restricted to right now.
I know, but like for the command spell, it gives me all these suggestions. Do I have to use those ones, or
No.
can I use like?
You can use other things as well, as long as you don't command something to kill itself. You just can't do something like that.
Okay. Do you recall what the room looked like? I'm sorry, it's lost me.
The room is basically, it's a large room. There's lots of bunks, and whenever Raven had got back to the party, he informed you guys that there were he thinks around a dozen orcs.
Were there any chests?
I like that. Screw the amount of orcs. Is there any loot in that room? I love it. Typical adventure group. I like it. I know he did not see any chests out in the open. Not
I
to
asked
say
him if
that
he could
there
identify.
may not be one.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
I asked him if he can identify a leader amongst the orcs.
No, they all look the same. All the orcs look
Okay.
the same, basically. He actually couldn't distinctly tell if one was a leader or not. So, but you guys just did take, the orcs here at the top of the room. That's where the group was before you guys. They actually killed 2 well-adorned orcs that had lots of trophies and banners and stuff like that up in the leaders' room up there. So chances are, no, there's no orc leaders in this room here. Chances are you're in good shape when it comes to that.
Okay, guys,
Your
here's
guess
the
that
plan.
These are probably the grunts.
All right, thief, give your oils to the monk to have him throw them on the ground. The thief and the archer, Legolas, stand at the hallway readying their arrows.
Legolas, I love it. Legolas.
Barbarian, myself, and the cleric will stand guard at the ends. I'll throw my javelins into the room as they approach.
Gothic
You guys
Games Studio.
bomb 'em
Thank
with
you
the
for the
fire.
follow. I appreciate it.
Good plan on teamwork.
Thank you very much.
I like it.
Yeah, I was thinking basic along those lines.
I agree. Even adding, if necessary, like if they kind of single file out instead of all come in at the same time or something, perhaps the cleric can even use her command spell on the first one that comes out to stop them or slow the rest down by fighting them in that hallway until we get them all in the hallway at the same time, and then we can use the fire on them. Maybe, I don't know if it's necessary. Or not,
Exactly, Raven. I love it. Loot check. Is there any chest in here? I should have said, yeah,
Would
there's
ally
4
be a
chests.
good command word for them to, the one to join our team?
No, but you could actually start a fight with them. I mean, you could do that. That's definitely one of the great command words. Fight.
Okay.
How do you want to start this? We got the oil ready, right? We can have the rogue or monk or whatever put it all over the hallway or whatever, and then
Hey,
we
that's
sit
awesome.
back further in the hallway, preparing the arrows, and then we make noise to initiate it.
Well, what I can do is I can command one of the orcs to wake the other ones up.
Yeah, but
Actually,
they don't know we're out here.
Yeah, the orc has to be coherent, so the orc is actually going to have to be up for it to actually hear your command. So
Okay.
But it's more advantage for us if they don't. It's not advantage if they all wake up at once and run out here. It'd be better if we wake up like just a couple of them and they come out as guards and we kill them off, and then some others wake up and come.
Till they wake up the others by screaming and yelling and fighting.
I have a half-decent
Moltar.
idea too about starting it. At least I don't know unless you guys have an idea to pull a couple of them out. Instead of just like making a lot of noise or doing whatever to wake them up and have them come out, maybe I can peer around this corner right there and shoot an arrow and try to hit one in the head, maybe even kill one or something to start.
Yeah, that'd be a good wake up, opening volley.
Right.
Can I use my
Anybody else? can do it
detect
too.
poison and disease spell? I want to know if any of them are poisoned.
You can, but nobody doesn't look ill or anything like that. I usually let anyone. I usually let the character know if they feel bad or anything like that. But no, you're pretty good when it comes to that.
Well, I
I
did
mean-
get bit by that rat.
Alternately to shooting the arrow in there or throwing the javelin in another. I mean, we could make like more of a quiet noise that just makes some of them wake up and get suspicious and come out. And then once we start battling those, then the rest would come out and join, but it'd be like staggered.
The only thing about that is I'd be worried about waking all of them with a quiet noise, or them waking each other up as they get up and go, "Hey, you go check it out," or whatever, you know. But you know, if I do shoot the arrow in somebody else, because I'll probably have to use that as my combat action and then movement action, and then I won't be able to do anything else. Somebody else is going to have to light the fire.
I didn't think they were
Okay,
actually
well, I
going
can
to
light the
try
fire.
something.
I'm the monk.
Okay.
I can light the fire. I'll
So-
go with you and light the fire.
They're definitely outnumbered, that's for sure. It's,
Everybody else okay with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely not looking good, guys. I mean,
Let's do it.
there are
But I am
12
standing
orcs.
approximately right here
Oh,
with the monk. Then I guess most
Or-
people are a little bit further behind. I'm
This is
just
gonna
peering
be,
around the corner, and I guess all of our oil is spread.
Okay, apparently another idea is actually we could just like sneak up there quietly, spread the oil, and then I'm gonna actually sneak back, and someone could shoot a flaming arrow at the oil, and that can set it off.
Yeah, I know, but without them being over it or awake, it'll just burn out, and then nobody will be hurt, and they'll just come after us. That's what I'm saying. We should wake them up,
Right.
have them run over the oil, and then
Okay, so I'll be waiting with the torch, and I'm just gonna light the oil when they
They
step
could,
onto it.
they could
well,
s-
if we have a torch, you
sneak
can
in there,
kind of
the
throw it
rogue
into the
could.
hallway, right? And you can be a little bit of ways away.
The
That way
orc
they're
could-
not.
Yeah.
Well, the
within
rogue could
distance
sneak
of you.
in there,
Okay, good
and,
call. Let me make sure I have a
pour
torch.
the oil around
Hey,
the
DM?
room. Yes, sir.
What would my intimidate do to like the sleeping orcs? Could I run in there and like do something like that?
You could, but you'd have to start screaming stuff like that. You'd have to wake them up first. You know what I mean?
What about my fear spell?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'd say save it for if we get trouble.
Let's see. Each creature of your choice within range must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened for the duration. On its turn, a creature can make another saving throw. So basically, seeing that the target would be frightened, he would just basically be cowering, kind of, hunched down, cowering away from you. So that would definitely work. It could definitely buy you some time. And you can affect any amount of creatures within the radius of the spell, so that could also be an option. But the bad thing with that is, seeing that you are level 2, you only get 3 spells. So, yeah, you can only cast 3 first level spells. So, and especially if you're going against 12 orcs, you're probably going to need all healing spells. But then again, if you have a bunch of orcs actually fail their saving throws, then you could actually just not attack them and just attack the other ones, which would probably work pretty well.
How many level 2 spells can I use?
You can't use any yet, because yeah, you are level 3. Well, I'm sorry, at level 3 you can start using second level spells, and the cleric's still level 2. So, but I feel rather confident after tonight. The party will probably be close to level 3, if not level 3. So.
You
But
have a
that's
higher
not till the
confidence
end
of
of
our
the night.
survival than I do. Then.
It's definitely going to be a challenging fight for you guys. I mean, speaking out of context, if I was a player, I would definitely try to do as much as I could to the orcs before
Hey, David.
they woke up. But that's just me. Yes.
May I make a suggestion to the party?
Sure. I would like them to try to think of the ways and stuff. But sure, you can feel
Okay.
free to go for it. What's up?
Is it okay if I tell him what I would have done with the oil?
Oh well, I think
I
Molotov
would
cocktails. Is that where you're going?
no.
Okay.
I would have laid the oil under all the orcs' bed and like literally created a trail and set fire to that trail.
Yeah,
Setting
totally.
fire to all the orcs.
Totally, but the problem is
Yeah.
we don't have the sneak skill that the rogue does.
You can
are
have
we
the
gonna-
rogue do it.
Just have the rogue do it.
The
But
stealth skill on the rogue is all on the roll, man.
yeah, but the bad thing is, first off, in a scenario like that, the rogue is going to, I'll just come out and straight out tell you, this is how I DM in my other games. I don't tell my other games the way I set my DC numbers, but you guys are new. You need to learn the mechanics of the system. This is what I would do. If the rogue wants to go in there and try to lay oil under all the bunks, I have no problem at all. In fact, that was what I was thinking what the rogue should do. Now, the rogue is going to get a bonus because, number one, the orcs are sleeping. The orcs are sleeping like bricks. But then you got to think that it's getting late outside, and usually orcs are pretty active at night. So if you're going to do something, you need to do something now because you did go outside of the cave and notice that the sun was going down. So you don't have time in your favor in that aspect. And then if those orcs wake up, something's going to be wrong because they're going to see all these dead orcs strewn everywhere throughout this cavern system. So that could alert the other caves as well. So you guys definitely have a big decision to make. But if the rogue wants to go in there, I will definitely give the rogue a bonus because first off, it's a dim lit area. He's going to get a bonus for stealth. And secondly, he's going to get a bonus because the orcs are sleeping and they have no clue that he's in there doing it. And then, like you said, it's a perfect idea to, have a trail of oil, out of the door, and then you can use your flint and tinder box and bam, light it on fire and set them bunks on fire. They'll probably take fire damage before, while they get out. Then they'll have to beat the fire off of them. So I'm sure they'll probably cook for a round or so before they actually wake up and realize what the hell is going on. And then in that time, you guys just launch arrows into the room, try to take one out, try to eliminate as many targets as you can. You guys got caltrops. You could throw caltrops onto the floor. And there's all kinds of things you guys could do. But that's just, you guys are new, so I'm just kind of giving you some ideas for the players that have never played before. So
obviously, let's do that. Have the rogue do that. We'll have the rogue go in there and set the traps. He'll actually ignite it. Anybody with an arrow
just trying
can
to help
stand
them out, guys.
in that hallway,
in
and
the stream.
Anybody that has range can throw the range in there as they're burning. Anybody that doesn't have range or can't add to that damage, I think should be guarding the other direction in case they make too much noise and somebody else comes.
Yeah, and then the cleric on
yeah,
her
spikes like jumping jacks.
Yeah, and on her first round, if there's a bunch of orcs, I mean you're gonna have them at a bottleneck anyway. So I mean, there's a door here, so all 12 are not going to be able to rush out that door at the same time. So you got to figure you're going to have that to an advantage of you, unless you all just charge into that room when the room's on fire. Then you got to worry about taking fire damage and. Then you're going to have 12 orcs surrounding you, and it's just not going to be good. So you guys kind of want to use the place to your advantage as well.
Hey, David, wouldn't they take suffocation damage too because the fire would be taking out oxygen?
Possible, yeah, the longer the fire burns.
Well, what I'm thinking is our most melee strong classes run in, forward, and then I'll stand at the back at the end of the hallway, and then ranged in front of me. The range will shoot, and if they rush toward, I can use a fear or a command spell.
Yeah, you can definitely do that because the fear is a point. But then again, you got to think also as a cleric, you need to try to conserve some of your spells for heals as well. But also on everybody's character sheet, you all should have one healing potion also. Because there were some healing potions found. There were enough healing potions for everyone to have one healing spell. Except for Raven says the rogue has 2 because he didn't use one. So, but there should be healing.
I have none.
Yeah, you should have one. So you can just on your character sheet. It should be on equipment. So just scroll down a little bit.
I'm looking there. It's not there.
I don't have any on mine either, Raven.
I'm looking right at the character sheet right now on Varlin, and I see right under Scale Mail, I see 2 times healing potions at 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, okay,
So-
there it is. Okay,
No, no
I was looking in the wrong spot.
Oh, don't worry.
My bad.
No, don't worry. I try to everything that like consumables and stuff like that that a character uses frequently, like armor classes and weapons and stuff. I try to keep at the top of the character sheet, so you don't have to fumble all the way through the character sheet trying to find something. So, but yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you got 2
Hey,
healing
Dave, that's my
potions.
dexterity roll to set that rope trap.
Okay. You can get it set. That's what at the door, right?
Right there, that blue line.
I'll give 4 times my oil to the rogue.
Okay. All right, so ping on the map. Okay, I see you're going to put the caltrops. Are you guys going to kind of spread them throughout the entire hall, the angled hall? Is that what you guys are going to do?
Well, it's Raven that which is Kidweasel that's got the caltrop, so it's really up to him. But I just put where I was suggesting on the map.
Yeah, it's where.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right.
How do I do a ping?
You just point on the map and hold down the left button. And just hold down the button. You have to be selected on the top left-hand corner, the little like toolbar there. Just make sure that you have select move targeted at the very top, and then you can ping the map. There you go. Piece of cake.
Thank you.
Yep. You just got to make sure that you actually have select move targeted. So. Alright, so it looks like the rogue is going to sneak in and start dumping a bunch of vials of oil under all of the bunks that are hanging on the wall. So that's definitely
So that'll be interesting.
yeah, it's definitely a good idea. So
Good luck.
also, hey, did you try that code yet that you got the other night for Devin's website? Let me know. If just email me if it didn't work,
It's a dex
and then I'll
roll to
email him
Sneak, right?
and see if we can get it working for
Can
you.
we position ourselves though, to where like when they come out, let's position ourselves better before the fighting starts.
Yeah. So where do you guys
I don't-
want to actually be?
I'll be like kind of in along the side. I'll still being able to see them, but maybe a little bit behind into the side of the melee.
Can I be right there where I was pinging?
Where at? Ping one more time. You can be wherever you want. You can be in
Okay,
the room
because-
with the orcs if you want.
I don't want to be like right in the fight, but I do want to be where I can still be of use.
Okay. Yeah, you can. As a cleric, you have a pretty good armor class, so you can actually get in there and help fight if you want to. So you have a good armor class, plus you have a weapon you can attack with, and plus if you want to do a cure wounds, you actually have to touch the target. So
Okay, I'm gonna stand in front of my rope trap here as the thief goes in.
Can we be affected by his traps if we get in them?
what, the caltrops? No, you guys will know where they're at. So I won't make you roll any kind of dex checks or anything like that to make sure you miss them. So no, I won't get that technical on you guys.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Zandrosa, your paladin would have already ran in there. As a paladin, he just would have seen the orcs and just raged and seeked justice, and he just would have ran in there. So, thankfully, they don't have a paladin in the group for that. So, but these are the orcs. They are all slumbering and sleeping. A couple of them are starting to toss and turn every once in a while. So, you think that they probably will be waking up soon.
How loudly are they snoring? Or are they not snoring?
A couple of them are snoring. A couple of them are yelling shit in their sleep and just tossing and turning. And yeah, one of them yelled something about goblins on a skewer, and I don't know, some weird stuff.
I rolled a 6 for sneak.
All right. Oh man. Boom, boom,
But
boom.
I do have a +5 proficiency
Yeah, you
with
do.
the expertise skill.
Yep. Plus, you have some
And it's-
bonuses that I was going to give you as well. So you are able to. You're sneaking around, tiptoeing. You actually avoided a bucket. You saw a bucket on the ground, and you kind of, snuck around it. But that's just like
You and those damn buckets.
yeah. I always make a bucket come out of
Get the
nowhere.
Get the bucket.
Like the last 2 games, actually, when Raven